Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to episode 30 of the At the Coffee Table podcast. I'm Jason Klink, your host, and hard to believe that we're now 30 episodes into this. So being episode 30, I brought back one of my favorite guests on the podcast, Joyce Petras of Body By Jbae. So those of you that don't know Joyce, she's the founder and owner of Body By Jbae. She is a physical or personal trainer, nutrition coach, mental health advocate, primarily for women. She does have some men clients. And she has been promoting her business through a healthy balance of mind, body, and soul. So Joyce, thank you for joining me again today.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Yes, absolutely. And just so everybody knows, Joyce, the last two times she was on the podcast were probably one of the top 3 or 5 of my podcasts. They got the most listens, or the most listens, I guess.
Interesting.
Yes. So I was just looking at that the other day. So that's why I had her come back today, because I think Joyce has a very interesting story. And for anybody that's brand new in business or maybe struggling in business, I have, since I've been following Joyce, I've seen her and her business just to me on social media just kind of grow exponentially. And, you know, Joyce has been on before, and she's talked about health and fitness and nutrition. We had a real great conversation about mental health. But I wanted to bring her back just to get her personal insight, tips, strategies, pain points on, you know, when and how she started her business and where she's at now, where she sees it going. So Joyce, how long ago did you start with your training and nutrition business?
So I actually opened my virtual doors on August 29th of 2019. So a little bit over a year ago.
Okay.
Body by Jbae first started out with online nutrition coaching. I created a 12-week personalized nutrition coaching program where I help women learn, create, and adopt a healthy lifestyle that they feel good about. I do things a little bit unconventionally. I'm not your average nutrition coach. I don't just tell you what to eat or tell you what not to eat. I don't give you meal plans, but rather give you the knowledge and tools in eating your best life for life, long after your 3-month time with me. At first, I only took on, I believe I took on 3 clients starting out. And over the course of this past year, I've actually helped over 3 dozen women. So it's really taken off. Yeah.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And now your social media presence is pretty strong from what I can tell. I mean, you put a lot into, you are consistently putting out content every single day. Yeah. Is there any influencer out there that kind of influenced how you do your content, or is it just something you've learned over the course of the last year and a half?
I do have a lot of influencers that I look up to. My brand manager, which is actually my aunt, has been my saving grace, and actually is really good at helping other businesses grow through social media and marketing. So she has really been like great for me and a great tool that I've been able to use to help me in growing my social media platform.
Do you find one platform is more productive, or do you get a better return on than other ones?
Yes, my Instagram has definitely taken off over the past, I would say, about 6 months or so. Right. It has definitely grown more than my Facebook has. I think that a lot has to do with the algorithm and use of hashtags. Yeah. And my posts generate across the world on Instagram, as opposed to Facebook, where normally only my closest friends and people that personally know me can see them.
Right. And and I kind of can go along with that, because I see that so I went in and I invested in an Instagram course that I took through Michelle Berman. Oh, and wow. And she breaks down A to Z of how to create your brand, market your brand, and otherwise, just use Instagram towards your business. But like the world I work in with real estate, a lot of real estate agents, they're all about buy or sell, buy or sell, buy or sell. But her big thing was, well, it doesn't always have to be about business. You can do personal stuff. You know,
Right.
you filter in your personal life in with, so people want to deal with people. You know, it's one of the
People
best
relate to
terms.
that better, I feel like.
Yeah, and yeah, one of the best terms I've ever heard was business to human, and that's what they want to do. They want to do another human.
Yeah.
And you know, I think the best part of your content is really, you know, not only is it health and nutrition, but your journey you've had personally
Yeah.
up till now. You know,
Right.
I think that's what it draws a lot of people to your content is that you know, inside look at your journey and what your struggles. And you know, today I don't want to work out, but I have to go do it anyway, or you know,
Right.
whatever it might be.
Exactly. Exactly. Because I know for the most part, people like to show their highlights in their
Yeah,
newsfeed. And I like to do that as well, obviously.
right.
But I also like to touch base with all of my followers on a more personal level because they only see my highlights and they're like, oh, look at this girl. She's killing it. Why can't I do that? But the thing is, they don't see my struggles, but I struggle just like everybody else does as well. And so I like to share that with everyone so they have more of a connection with me.
Yeah, and yeah, I just did a podcast where I had talked to a social media marketer from StreamYard, and we were talking about that, how to just be real and don't be afraid to trip up and bring value and just try to connect.
Yes.
And
And
you know,
I for sure trip up. If, as you know, I think it was our
first
first
podcast,
podcast
yeah,
episode. I couldn't even say my name.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And you know what? So I do much better doing these podcasts when I'm talking to someone because I can have a conversation with anyone. But if
Right.
I can sit here and talk to myself and talk about a topic, I will ramble on, or it'll feel like I am rambling on for 15 minutes. And I get done and I'm like, did I make any sense whatsoever?
Are they going to understand that?
They don't understand anything I just tried to get across. Yep, absolutely.
That happens
Um,
to me as well.
yeah. Now, how how much time are you putting into your? I mean, I know there's probably not a start time and a stop time, or maybe there is, but how much time are you investing into your business, your content every single day?
Oh man. I would say 7 days a week from the time that I wake up in the morning until I lay my head on that pillow at nighttime.
Oh wow!
My business and my work doesn't stop. I eat,
Right.
breathe, and sleep Body by Jbae.
And you know
I
what?
tried. I'm
No, go
sorry,
ahead.
what was that?
No, go ahead.
I am trying to incorporate more balance because balance is definitely needed in living a healthy lifestyle. It should
Yeah,
not be all work. You need to play too. You need to enjoy yourself because I mean we only have one life to live. So
yeah, yeah. I think one of it's tongue in cheek. It's funny in one sense, and it's serious in the other. One thing that stuck with me that Gary Vee ever said is, you know, somebody asked him, give me, you know, 5 words of encouragement. He's like, or 4, whatever it was, and he's like, you're gonna die, and that was it. And I'm like, wow, well, that puts it in perspective. But he's like, yeah, at some point we're all going to die. So, you know, either you make your best time of it or you just wait to die.
exactly.
Yeah. Now, so going back to the time thing and the balance thing, because like I purposely have to end my day. At some point, you know, I got to take a trigger, be it take out the contacts or change clothes or whatever. That's got to be the trigger to end the day. Put the
Right.
phone away, to don't answer another text, don't answer another email. Do you find that difficult? That you know, at 9 o'clock you're going, oh wait, I should do one more thing.
I find it difficult, but I am getting better the more that I practice with it.
Yeah.
Because I know that if I just keep working until whenever, I'm going to work myself into the ground like I
Yeah.
did with my last job. And that's actually
Okay.
what brought me to Body by Jbae to begin with when I had to resign from my job to deal with my underlying mental issues. And
Yeah.
one of them had to do with I'm a workaholic. I love to work.
Yeah.
And I just don't know the fine line between working and relaxing.
Right.
And so it's something that I've definitely started embodying way more with this business because this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. And so in order for me to do that, there has to come a time where I need to shut my phone off. I need to
Right.
stop answering emails and I need to fill my cup up first. So
Right.
normally, 8:30, I have a do not disturb setting on my phone. So at 8:30 at night, my phone silences. And the only time that I see anything is if I pick it up, but I try not to.
Right.
So therefore, I really do try to end my workday around 8:30 at night, just so I can have a couple of hours to unwind, relax my mind so that I can actually get a good night's sleep and do it all over again the next day.
Yeah, that's great. What has been in the last year with this journey of growing your business? What has been kind of the pain points of it all? You know, is there something that,
COVID.
well, but well, it's funny that you bring it up because you look at some of the businesses that made pivots and you had gyms that got shut down. So we'll stick in the fitness world, gyms that got shut down. But then you had gyms that went, all right, we're shut down, but we'll do virtual classes.
Right.
So people can work out at home. And then it was, all right, we can do virtual classes, but now we can do outside classes and spread everybody out because it was summertime.
Right.
Did you have an increase in your business or did it kind of bottom out first and then take off again?
So I actually started out doing, I started teaching group fitness classes on the weekends until COVID had happened, which obviously prevented me from doing so anymore.
Right.
And I knew I had to make a pivot if I wanted Body by Jbae to keep growing. So I started working on online training programs. And I actually just released 2 of my newest online training programs back in July. They are both a combination of high intensity cardio and heavy lifting, which can be done from the safety, convenience, and privacy of your own home, all through a downloadable mobile app. So you don't even have to leave your house to get into the best shape of your life. Because like I've told you before, I am actually going on 7 years without using the gym at all. I do all of my workouts right behind me in my office.
Yeah. I was just thinking the same thing because once, you know, I had made my own fitness goals for the year, but then COVID hit and we had all this time. So I started building my gym back around the corner behind me. Started putting my gym together because, you know, I would much rather come crawl down here at 6 a.m. and do my workout.
Getting in your car.
Getting in a car. And now, because I just had this conversation, you know, if you're going to a gym, that for me, that's 2 hours of my day because you got to travel there, go work out, travel home, do your morning routine, and then get to work. And for me, it's crawl down the stairs, do my 45-minute workout, and then start, you know, clean up and start the day. So I can see where your business would really resonate with folks that just don't, you know, either they can't go to the gym when we're in lockdown or, you know, they just don't have the time.
They don't have the time, or there's a lot of us that don't even feel comfortable going into the gym as well. And so I think that that's helped a lot of my clients as well gain more confidence by just getting into the best shape of their life right from their living room.
Do you have, and you don't have to get into specifics, but are you investing in like advertisements, promoting ads, Facebook, Instagram, anything like that?
Nope. I did try testing the waters about a year ago. I did actually just hear that Instagram changed their algorithm
to make it
so that more businesses need to start promoting by giving money to them basically for the promotions. And I haven't done any promotions lately. I haven't done it actually since I started my business back a year ago, because the more clients that I've helped, the more Body by Jbae has been spread across. I mean, I even have clients as far as Australia right now that are actually taking on my, thank you. I'm actually running a challenge group right now for my Transform program. There's over 50 women in it from all over the world. And like I said, one of my clients is in Australia, and they're actually completing the program tomorrow. So that's really
awesome.
exciting. But I would say just word of mouth, that's really helped my business grow. And just being really consistent on my platforms too. I don't just post one day and then I'm gone for a month. I post consecutively in my stories every single day, and on my feed, I would say on average about 3 times a week.
Oh, well, and you know, that says a lot because it's that organic reach, and that's something I learned in the Instagram course that I took, but that's that organic reach without spending money on, because I've done Facebook ads for my real estate, my listings, just to get in front of more eyeballs.
Right.
It's and some the return on some of them are good, and the return on others aren't so good. It just
Right.
depends on the market and what it is. Um, it's there's something to be said about being organic, being human, you know, and just being
Not
able to reach.
perfect.
Because my own business coach was talking about, like, our businesses have no boundaries anymore. There's no boundaries. You got a client in Australia, you got clients all over the world, and you don't ever have to leave your house.
No,
You
no.
know,
I'm usually in this computer seat actually for a
yeah,
majority part of my day.
nice. Now, are you doing like one-on-one nutrition coaching in that kind of mentorship?
One-on-one nutrition coaching. I'm still
Yeah.
doing one-on-one nutrition coaching with women. It is completely personalized. I meet with my clients once a week for 12 weeks. I am no longer doing one-on-one personal training anymore. I'm just sticking to the programs because I want to keep creating online training programs and keep doing more accountability challenge groups like the Transform Challenge that I'm doing right now.
Okay.
Because I think that the challenge groups are fun. I mean, you get a whole bunch of people in on it together, and it's a big accountability thing. And I think that that is huge for people in succeeding towards their goals and even completing an online training program, because there's actually a statistic that 70% of people that start a training program don't complete it. And so that only
Okay.
leaves 30% of people that are actually following through and completing that program. So I think
Well,
that these challenge groups are really helping because I'm very active in it. I am in we have a private accountability challenge group itself, like kind of like a Facebook group, but it's built into the training app that you
yeah.
download when you purchase one of my programs. And we talk in it every single day. Each week I hold a mini challenge for them to have a
Yeah.
chance to win prizes throughout the challenge. So that makes it fun as well. But that's actually what I just want to do. I want to keep coming up with training programs and challenges for women. And I'm actually, I know that you said what is in the future for me. I'm actually
Yeah.
collaborating with a very good friend of mine that I actually grew up with. Her name is Alyssa Stivers. She is an entrepreneur of Barbella BNF. She is an online personal trainer and nutrition coach herself. I'm not going to go into too many details, but you're going to see a lot of us two within the year of 2021.
Look at that. Breaking news. I love it.
Yeah, breaking news.
Breaking news. We got something new coming from Body by Jbae in the
Yes,
next
get
year.
ready.
That's awesome. Do you find yourself as you grow your business, as you learn more, as you get more comfortable, that the pivots are easier, the pivots come more naturally?
Yes, I would
Yeah.
say so, because I feel like you're constantly pivoting. You're
Yeah.
constantly having to change direction, even each day.
Yeah.
So I think that it is getting easier, but it's still hard. I'm not
It
gonna
was,
lie.
yeah, without a doubt. I'm sure it's hard work.
Yes,
And,
yes,
and realistically, like any business, you're going to get back out of it what you put into it. So if you put
yes.
in half time, you're going to get half of it back. If you're putting in everything, throw it all in and see what happens.
Yeah, I
Um,
completely agree.
you're going to get that return. As far as business goes, who's your biggest influencers? I know you had mentioned your aunt, but who are your biggest influencers as far as business goes?
As far as business goes, I
Yeah.
would say, I don't know if you've ever heard of Catherine Sinkina of
Yeah.
Manifestation Babe.
Okay.
Um, she actually started out, I think, as a Beachbody coach.
Oh, okay.
But now she helps with mindset work and just helping regain control of your life. And she started out $30,000 in debt like 5 years ago, and she's making more than like I think that she said that she nets now between 5 and 10 million or something
Wow.
crazy a year
Yeah.
now, and her business has really taken off, and it's just from the belief in herself that she can do hard things. And
Wow.
that really amazes me, because I think that that's something that I try to teach all of my clients too, is that we can do hard things.
Yeah.
And a lot of times we don't give ourselves enough credit Like, we are capable of anything. The sky
Yeah.
is the limit and then some.
Right.
And I really try to show people their true potential and strength, because a lot of times they don't see it in themselves. I mean, I know personally I struggle with that at times as well, but I know that I'm a badass. I can do anything that I put my mind to, and that's exactly what I plan on doing.
And you know what, and you know this as well, and you even told me this, the mindset is the majority of that, getting over those
Oh yeah.
hurdles is the mindset.
Oh yeah. Your mind will give up way before your body ever will. And that's
Yeah.
a fact.
Yeah. I have to remind myself all the time when I'm down here early in the morning and I just don't want to do anymore. And I got to remind myself it's just your brain talking. Just keep going.
Shut up.
Shut up. Right. So you just had a birthday.
Yes.
You had a big birthday.
Yeah.
The big 30. So where do you see yourself 10 years from now when you're hitting 40?
Oh man, I hope I'm looking like I'm 30, because I know I look like I'm 20.
Well, see, you're already doing well.
Yes. Well, one thing that I really want to try to start working on and start producing is my mental training courses.
Mm-hmm.
So a healthy lifestyle, personally, I believe, doesn't just entail eating the right foods and crushing your workouts. Maintaining a balance requires nurturing your whole self to become swole, body, mind, and soul. So I want to start working on my mental training courses so that I can get them out to everybody, because that's kind of the whole package when it comes to Body by Jbae. It's the fitness training, it's the nutrition coaching, and it's the mental training, all which embody a healthy, sustainable lifestyle.
Yeah, that's great. You know what? And for you, is there any chance of like publications in your future, written books or otherwise?
Oh man. So writing is not my favorite, even though I do a heck of a lot of it. One thing that I really would love to do in the future is write a cookbook, because I love cooking. I make recipes all of the time. As you see in my Instagram, I think I post a recipe once a week.
People got to follow you just for that, just the food that you're putting up on there. It's just that's all of it right there.
Yes, love my food.
So if you were sitting down with a brand new business owner, brand new entrepreneur, no matter what business they were in, what would be the biggest piece of advice you would give them?
Don't give up. Don't give up, especially when things get hard, because they're going to get hard. You're going to want to fold. You're going to want to quit probably multiple times a week. Just keep going. It will get better. You're going to learn a lot throughout your journey, especially the first year. I've learned so much through the first year of owning my business. And there have been so many times where I wanted to fold and say, heck, I'm done with this. Screw this. But I haven't, because I know that this is something much bigger than myself. And I know that if I continue to make the strides and put in the work, that it's going to be something beautiful.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest takeaways that I learned a while ago, even when I started in real estate, was that most businesses fail within the first 3 years. And that's always stuck with me. You're going to fail at it, but then you think about, the whole saying of fail forward. So if you're going to fail forward and progress, but keep going through it.
Exactly.
And I think that's a lot of what you were just saying, is just keep pushing through it. Even if you're failing, just keep pushing through it to get to the other side.
Because you're gonna learn from your failures anyways. I mean, that's how we grow, and that's how we get stronger, and that's how we learn from our mistakes, is by failing. Right. So I mean, if it was always successful and smooth water, it'd be kind of boring too. I would feel like, know.
Well, that's why I left the old shift work, work 8 or 12 hours, work for 30 years, and hope when you retire you have a nest egg, and then wait to die.
Yeah.
I was just like, that's just not fulfilling.
Yeah. Another thing that I would tell somebody is to not be so set in your ways and be willing to change. Yeah. Because if you're not willing to change and what you're currently doing is not working, there's no room for growth in your business, if that's the case.
Yep. What you're saying before is do the hard stuff. And I think in a lot of what I've learned is that a lot of the most growth comes when you're doing the hard stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
um,
Get uncomfortable being uncomfortable. That's what I
yeah,
like to say to a lot of
yeah,
my clients.
yeah, I've heard that. Yeah, get comfortable being uncomfortable, and there's something to be said about that.
Yes.
Great. You know what? So, Joyce, how do people connect with you, either online or otherwise?
Yeah, you can find me on Facebook, Joyce Petras and Body by Jbae. You can find me on Instagram at Body by Jbae, as well as my website, www.bodybyjbae.com.
Pretty easy. Body by Jbae. Look it up. Joyce, thank you for joining me today. It's been another fantastic conversation. I'm sure the listens will be up in the top 5 again. Love having you on. Anytime that you have something to talk about, you got a seat here at the coffee table.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for having me again, Jason.
Awesome. Guys, please like, comment, and share. Drop a comment. Let us know what you think. Share it with anyone you might think get any value out of it. Every week, at least once a week, if not twice a week, we're pulling up a chair to this virtual coffee table and having conversations that hopefully help everyone that's listening. With that, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Have a great day.